easily get overshadowed. So they're a little sad about it. It's okay.
But we get comments about it all day long.
I want to buy that.
Sell it here because it's so popular.
Yeah, you should get Blade to sponsor you.
We honestly could.
Yeah.
New York City is all about parks and content creation. We're filming a podcast because we both had individual podcasts before meeting, so we were like, I think it's just destiny to have a podcast together.
Yeah, this works.
Okay. So we are trying to film our very first podcast episode. It is a bit noisy though. This is in the park that I went to for my Q&A video. If you saw that, I filmed the Q&A video recently. And we were in a park, but this is a different one. But yeah, so we're trying to film and catch you guys. If you would listen to our podcast, let me know. It's going to be mostly about, relationship, God, faith, creativity, being
Fruits of the spirits.
Fruits of the spirit, being young, and
Ministering through our relationship.
Exactly.
Healthy Christian relationships.
Godly dating 101.
Amen.
So yeah, I think it'll be fun, to be honest.
Yes.
So I'm excited.
Yes. Matching the slope of one. So you're going up and down, but you're alright, baby.
Yeah.
What was that?
An ant. Is she paying her for real?
I don't know if she's paying her. I think she might be.
That's really interesting.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
You're not in the frame, don't worry. Airport day. You don't do, yeah, when they come from you, yeah, what you gonna do, yeah, when they come from you, yeah,
But you still have freedom in your day. If you're only making like $30 a day, you can still do whatever you want.
No, I got it.
It kind of does look like dark skin TV.
Yummy. Oh, that does smell good. The sun is way too bright for me right now. Noisy. Hello, welcome. It's very bright and sunny. It's in the morning. I am in Los Angeles, California, to celebrate my birthday week. And I am very excited. My birthday is this Sunday, so send a prayer up for me, you guys. Thank you guys so much for all of you who have been tuning in for the past, this is the 20th video. Thank you for tuning in. And today I wanted to talk about, this question has been heavy on my mind And it is the question, do you want to be like your maker or not? Do you want to be like your blueprint or not? Because I think we all know God has given us free will. And part of that free will is choosing to be like Him or not. It's a common thing to know that we are made in God's image, right? God said, let us make man in our image. But I feel like that sentence is very lost on us, especially the meaning of it. Let us make man in our image. Okay, so we read the creation story, and let me go to Genesis, the beginning of creation, the beginning of everything. And I'm gonna read the verses where God makes animals, plants, and then finally makes man. Genesis 1 verse 24. And God said, let the land produce living creatures according to their kinds, the livestock, the creatures that move along the ground, the wild animal, each according to its kind. And it was so. God made the wild animals according to their kinds, the livestock according to their kinds, and all the creatures that move along the ground according to their kinds. And God saw that it was good. So this is 24 and 25. God is making animals, and He's like, I'm going to make each of them, and they're going to produce according to their kind. So a cow is always going to give birth to a little cow. A goat is always going to give birth to a little goat. They cannot do anything else. An ant will produce an ant. All of these things, they're going to produce according to their kind. So there's a capacity. A goat cannot be a cow. A cow cannot fly like a bat. A parrot cannot, swim like a fish. They all have caps. They all have a limit. They all have a limit to what they can be, because they're kind, according to its kind. Same with plants. An aloe vera cannot be a daffodil. They're all made according to their kind. So he did that. He said, okay, that's good. And then verse 26, it says in the Bible, then God said, let us make man in our image, in our likeness, so that they may rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the livestock and all the wild animals, and over all the creatures that move along the ground. So God created mankind in His own image. In the image of God, He created them. Male and female, He created them. So God has made animals and plants, and He's like, okay, cool. Now, because God is a spirit being, and He's made all these physical things, His spirit needs to be able to dwell among the physical things. So He's spirit, and then He makes the physical realm. So there's a spiritual realm, and then there's physical realm. He's in the spirit creating all these physical things, but He cannot reside as a spirit physically. So what does He do? He says, let us make man in our image. Let me make something that has my spirit. Because if a bird is producing a bird, a cow is producing a cow, a snake is producing a snake, I, God, I'm going to produce something like me, the physical, so that they can rule in this physical realm. So God made us in His image. But what is He? God is spirit. God is spirit. So in order for Him to dwell amongst physicality, or in the physical plane of things, He made us in His image, so that we can dwell over the physical things that He's created, and He's given us dominion. The same way He has dominion in the spirit realm, we have dominion in the physical realm. So when we look here and it says, so God created mankind in His own image, we have God in us. And I know that's general knowledge. We have God in us. But sometimes it doesn't register. Sometimes when we look at our physical surroundings, we look at our room where we grew up, what school we go to, we look at our friends, we look at the clothes we have, we don't feel like we have God in us. But God made us in His image. And if God is the creator of all things and has power and dominion of all things, what does it mean when He says He made us in His image? if he made cows to make cows, and he made rattlesnakes to make rattlesnakes, he made him to make us. He just duplicated himself. He duplicated spirit in us. So when we are walking around this earth and everything is mundane, everything is boring, everything is dull, everything is gray, we tend to forget that we are made in the image of God. What does that mean? We have dominion. We have dominion over the spirit realm. We have dominion over the physical realm because we are made in the image of the one who has dominion over the spirit realm, and the physical realm. So the other day, I said in my video that my spirit knows I don't have sickle cell, but my body is just adjusting to it. And somebody commented and said, "What do you mean your spirit knows you don't have sickle cell? Can we heal ourselves?" And the answer is yes. The answer is yes, we can heal ourselves because we have God's spirit in us. If he can heal, he has given us the power to heal. If he can speak things into existence, he's given us the power to speak things into existence. The same way he speaks things into life, he speaks things into existence, he creates things. That spirit is in us. God's spirit is in us because we are made in his image. So that means we can do all the things that he can do, but sometimes we allow physical things, physical boundaries, physical limitations, literally physical things that are not going to do anything for us. We let it stop us. We let it make us feel small. We let either vain things, like we let numbers or money or the school we go to or the place we grew up in, we let all these physical things stop us from creating the world that we want to create, or speaking things into life the way we want to, because we believe that we have no power based on our physical circumstances. But we are not physical beings. We are spiritual beings, and we are made in the spirit of God, the all-powerful. So if we're made in the image of the spirit of God, then we have so much power that we don't even realize. And we're letting physical things stop us from speaking into life, to creating, to healing, to praying for people, to all these things. We don't let ourselves experience that or create that for us because we only see the physical. But you gotta tap into the spirit. I feel like Dr. Umar. You have to tap into the spirit. You're not a spirit. You're not a physical being. You're spirit. You are spirit. And you have the spirit of God. You have the power because he lives in you. I kind of think of it as like a muscle that I have to train, like the God muscle. There's some days where I can dream things, I hear things, I see things before they happen. That's when I know, oh, I'm actually like, this week I've really been living in my spirit. I really want to get to a place where I'm not even a physical being anymore. I just walk by spirit. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. It's close. Sometimes it's like, but it literally is my goal to just walk in spirit and like do not even care about any of the physical things that I see and just walk by the spirit, because that's what we're intended to do. We are spirit in flesh. So do not let these fleshly circumstances stop you or get you down or put a cap on what you can do. All these things God created and he put a cap on them because plants can be plants, all these things. I've said this a million times, but those are capped. Those are limits on what they can do. We don't have any limit because we are made in God's image. Therefore, we can do so much when we just abide in him. When you're feeling nervous, when you're feeling incapable, remember that you're made in the image of God. Remember that you're a spirit being. Remember that you can do all things through him. God has given us free will, free choice. We have, and the funny thing about that choice is we can either decide to be like our blueprint or not. So, do you want to be your blueprint or not? Alrighty. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.